We need a name for our segment. Can you think of anything? Life with the Blacks. Black life, Black house.
Black.
Welcome to the Black house.
Oh, like something catchy. The Blacks.
The Blacks.
The Max. That's what your uncle Alison always say.
Return of the Blacks. Like that.
Return of the Blacks. Return of the Blacks.
You like that? Hey y'all, I'm Bria.
I'm Pat.
And welcome to Return of the Blacks. Anyway, we're gonna work on that title later, but I'm gonna try to create way more content in 2021. I'm gonna try to have Pat in way more of my videos this year. And so this is the first of many appearances in 2021. My goal is just to create a whole bunch of content, and Pat is in a lot of my life, so he's gonna be here very often. I hope you guys don't mind, but I don't think you will because you seem to really enjoy when he's on my channel. So welcome to the channel, Pat.
Thank you.
You have earned a co-starring role. Are you excited?
I'm excited.
Okay, great. So I thought that it would be fitting for Pat's first video in a reoccurring role to be kind of a frequently asked questions video, questions that he and I get all the time.
All the time.
But this is just a frequently asked questions, get it out the way, introduce Pat and I in a way that you have never really heard before on our channel. So, on my channel.
Your channel.
So the first question that we get all the time is, how did we meet?
We met in college at NSU in Louisiana. My version is that I saw her first in the cafeteria and I didn't want to approach her while she was with her friends, you know, just in case she tried to like play me or something like that. So I waited till we were right outside of the caf and I was able to go and talk to her one-on-one, and I pretty much just introduced myself, and that's how we met. How we met.
That's pretty. I mean, we've told this story so many times.
Yeah.
I
always tell the truth though, and she always.
And my version of the story is that it was my first week of college ever. Before I got to college, my best friend warned me, 'cause she's a year older than me. She was like, girl, listen, when you get to college, all these boys are gonna try to talk to you, but they're not really trying to talk for real. They just wanna get in your pants. So be wary, like do not give anybody the time of day. And I was like, okay. So it's my first week of college and here comes this random guy I've never seen before. And he's like, hey, I'm like, in my mind, I'm already like, don't talk to me. I'm like, hey, what's up?
No, she wasn't.
In my head, I was like, I'm not finna give him no play, so what's up? And he was like, I forgot what we talked about, but the only thing that I definitely remember is that he was like, I'm Pat, what's your name? And I was like, oh, Pat like Patrick? And he was like, no, my middle name is Rick. And I thought that was so funny. And so I was like, I'm just gonna give him my number, like I don't care. And so that's how we initially met. The other question that we get all the time is, how long have we been together? We've been together since
2012?
No, 2015.
14. I'm
14?
sorry. We started dating in 2014.
March of 2014. So that's almost 7 years. Dang. Yeah. We've been married since 2017.
Yep. So
we'll be married for 4 years this year. Do you remember how we got together in 2014?
Oh yeah, same way I came up to you when I first met right outside the cafeteria is the same way I kind of approached dating you. I was like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend?
No, that's not what you said.
What did I say? I
remember this distinctly. I was about to go on a trip out of town for school, and I was in Pat's room doing some flashcards, some Spanish flashcards, and I was just doing my flashcards, and he's like doing his little thing in the corner, and out of the blue he's like, hey, do you like what do you think about, what did you say? He said, what do you think about dating me, or what do you think about us going on dates, or like what do you think about us dating?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like I just was
no. The thing is, you said, what do you think about us dating? mind you, we had been like talking for like a few months at this point. Like we would hang out, talk, eat lunch together. And so he was like, what do you think about us dating? I was like, I mean, are we not already like going on dates and stuff? Like, what do you mean dating? I was like, I think that would be fine. And he was like, okay. And I was like, okay. But in his mind, he's like, he asking me to be his girlfriend. And in my mind, I'm like, he wants to go on dates with me. Like, okay, we can go on dates. I thought we already went on dates, but all right. And so then he posted me on his Instagram. And I was like, wait, am I his girlfriend? I was so shocked because he had never had a girlfriend and he never was exclusive with anybody in college to my knowledge. So the fact that he posted me on his Instagram, I was like, oh, he liked me for real? Oh, snap. So I had to kind of verify, like, so are we like together right now? Like, are we together? So another question that we get all the time is, where are we from? I'm from Louisiana.
And I'm from Jackson, Mississippi.
And then people usually ask, once they see our licenses and they're like, oh, you're from Louisiana, why are you in Minnesota? And it's like, I always say because of my husband's job.
And I always say because of her job too, though.
Man. And then, so then they're like, oh, we moved here for past job. What do you do for a living?
Yep.
It's like this is literally every conversation. Every time we meet someone new, we have this exact conversation in this exact same sequence.
And we don't mind it at all. And that's why we're doing the, frequently asked questions, just to go ahead and get it out the way. But I mean, we don't mind.
We don't mind. What do you do for a living?
I do lending. So primarily I'm a loan officer, but then also I'm a banker. And also a web developer. So.
And people ask me all the time what Pat does, and I'm like, I don't know. He works at a credit union. I don't know what he does. Y'all already know I talk about this on my channel all the time. I'm a project manager / program manager / chief of staff. So I just support our vice president and do random things, but also a lot of project management. People always ask Pat, why did you go bald?
Yeah, so I really do get that. And I feel like more people want to ask it, but they really don't. But honestly,
it still comes up.
It still comes up. I don't know. Back in like 2016, originally it was by choice, and then now it's like literally by force. So that's just how it happens.
Do you like being bald?
It's convenient because I don't have to go to the barbershop and be in there for 3 hours or 4 hours out the week. But then it's also very like dull. It's just you just got a bald head. Like you can't have like a side taper. You can't have like a chili bowl. Like you can't grow it out. Like it's just bald.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh.
Maybe put a hat on, not a hat on, but that's about it.
I think he looks very handsome with a bald head. People also ask, why don't we have kids? I'm scared. That's why.
Yeah, I mean that comes up a lot. Usually from family and
when y'all having kids now.
Yeah, from people from back home. And I know for you. I mean, what's your take on it?
I'm scared. I'm literally scared to have kids. I'm scared that I don't want to say, I'm scared it's going to change my life.
She's scared it's going to ruin her life.
I'm scared it's going to change my life in a very drastic way.
She's like a 15-year-old girl.
If you listen to mothers talk about motherhood, it is the most rewarding journey, but it is also the most difficult job in the world. And I don't take parenthood lightly at all. And it's terrifying. It changes your body. It changes your sleep schedule. Like, I sleep so often. It's just a lot. It's a lot. And I don't think that it's something that I would just be like, okay, let's just do it. Like, I have to I have a list of criteria that I want to meet before I have kids.
Whereas me, I do not have an elaborate plan. If you ask me, I thought I would have had kids. So the fact that I don't have kids.
With random women.
Huh?
He thought you would have had kids
in
high
yeah,
school.
I mean, I don't think I've ever really seen anyone plan out like pregnancy or having kids and things. It's always, I'm pregnant. I have a baby on the way. So that's just how that's how I thought my life would be as well. And it's really shocking every day that I don't have a kid. I'm like, oh man, I'm kidless. So that's me. No big plans for me. No, I want to wait until this, or I need to accomplish that, or I'm just so responsible, because that's not the case.
So you want kids right now?
Oh, I guess that's another thing too. I guess I don't actively want kids either, but I don't actively not want kids as well. It's just if I had a kid, if you say, "Oh, I'm pregnant," I'd be like, "Oh, cool." And when you say, "Oh, I'm not pregnant," I'd be like, "Oh, cool."
Interesting. And the last thing people always ask us is, what's your best relationship advice? My best, maybe not relationship advice. Or what do you like most about being married? For me, I just love Pat as a person, and I love that no matter if my life goes to complete crap, I know that as long as I have him, it won't be the worst thing in the world. I can always make it through anything.
That's so much pressure.
I'm not saying that you have to do anything. I just know that I will be happy.
So, hey man, I'm counting on you.
I'm not counting on you.
My life
but I'm just saying,
is horrible. I need you.
I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that
refuel
that's
me.
not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I like you a lot and I enjoy your company. So even if everything else was going wrong, I know that we would be right.
I'm gonna be like, pray about it. The Lord is your strength. You look to the hills.
That's literally not what I'm saying. I take it back. The thing I like being married, obviously, because that's not a good answer. I think Pat is a really cool guy, and I just like hanging out with him a lot.
It's not like we dating, because that's exact. I just like hanging out with Bria. She's just super cool.
Are you serious?
Huh?
Are you serious?
About what?
Is that your answer?
Oh, your answer was a joke?
My answer was serious.
My answer is serious.
So you're serious.
Yeah.
That's why you like
marriage?
Married. That's why you like marriage. My freaking battery died in the middle of us talking. Those are some questions that we get all the time. Hopefully you feel like you know us a little bit better. If you have any more questions that you want us to make a whole video about, Pat's gonna be on my channel literally every single month. Next month, I want to have Pat on my channel to talk about the best things to get your significant other for Valentine's Day. I feel like that's a super important topic. I always am struggling. Thank you so much for tuning in to Return of the Blacks.